Archaeology Bombshell, another biblical discovery that could prove the Bible is right, explained by an expert. This has to do with the prophet Isaiah of the Old Testament. Archaeological discoveries in the Middle East can prove the Bible's historical accuracy, because as we know, it's also a historical book, according to an expert who believes the ancient seal of Isaiah is one such artifact, and it was found in Jerusalem. The seal of Isaiah is an 8th century BC clay seal. It was found in Israel, believed by some archaeologists to name the biblical prophet Isaiah. Isaiah is something of a controversial figure, as there is a debate whether he alone authorized the 66 chapters in the Old Testament book of Isaiah. A widely accepted view is the books were penned over two periods between 740 BC and 686 BC. Some biblical experts propose the prophet's books are interspersed with chapters written up to 2 centuries after his death. Whatever the case may be, Professor Tom Meyer of Shasta Bible College and Graduate School in California, USA, believes there is archaeological evidence to, at the very least, prove the prophet did exist. Professor Meyer told Express UK, archaeological evidence has come to light and it proves the existence of the author of the most controversial chapter in the Old Testament, being Isaiah 53. Isaiah 53 is quoted in the first 6 books of the New Testament by 1 Peter as a prophecy that was literally fulfilled by Jesus the Messiah. In 2018, excavations in the Ophel, that's the raised area between the city of David and the Temple Mount, produced a fragmented clay bulla, or round seal, dating to the 8th or 7th century BC, inscribed with the name of the owner, Isaiah the prophet. In 2018, archaeologist Eilat Mazar published an article in Biblical Archaeology Review, and he presented the clay seal to the world. And we all remember that. That was fascinating. If an inscription on the seal does indeed mention the Hebrew prophet, then it's the first extra-biblical source confirming that he did exist. Professor Meyer, who is an expert in Middle Eastern languages, said, quote, in the ancient Near East, seals were often engraved with the name of the owner and could function as a legal signature. Seals were used by most classes of society and were often pressed onto wet clay documents instead of soft wax, because clay hardens and maintains its shape when heated, while wax just melts. So just south of the most controversial 35 acres of real estate in the world, the Temple Mount of Jerusalem, archaeologists found the seal of Isaiah the prophet a short distance away from where they found a seal in 2015 bearing the name of Hezekiah, the king of Judah, a contemporary of Isaiah the prophet, end quote. So these seals of Isaiah the prophet and Hezekiah, the king of Judah, were found in the same area. Isaiah is believed to have been a counselor to the Judean king Hezekiah, the 13th king of Judah. Hezekiah is one of the more prominent figures in the Bible, with mentions to the 2nd book of Kings and the 2nd book of Chronicles. Professor Meyer said on the top of Isaiah's seal is what appears to be a doe or some other 4-legged animal. Underneath there are 2 incomplete Hebrew words. Though 2 of the 8 Hebrew letters in the first word are missing, it most certainly spells out belonging to Isaiah, and on the line below, even though 1 of the 4 letters is missing, it undoubtedly spells out prophet. No other sequence of letters makes any grammatical or historical sense. This is the personal seal of the famous Isaiah the prophet, he said. There is, though, some debate over the validity of this interpretation. Christopher Ralston, a Semitic languages expert at George Washington University, argued in 2018 the interpretations are troubling because the seal is incomplete. The seal contains the words Yeshaya or Isaiah in Hebrew. Isaiah or Isaiah is another word for Yeshua. It's the name Yeshua, actually. Yeshaya. Yeshaya is then followed by the word Nvi, N-V-Y. If Nvi is followed by the Hebrew letters Aleph, the word would read prophet. Professor Rolson said, the critically important letter that would be needed to confirm that the second word is titled prophet is an Aleph. but no aleph is legible on this bula, and so that reading cannot be confirmed at all. Yeah, because it's an incomplete seal, it's a little bit broken off. He added, of course, the assumption that this is the seal of Isaiah the prophet is scintillating, but it's certainly not something that we should assume is at all certain. It's not, he said. Professor Mayer, though, is certain the seal does validate the Bible's narrative. He said, through the wealth of data unearthed by archaeologists in Jerusalem, we are once again able to measure the Bible's historical accuracy. And Professor Meyer is known as the Bible memory man because he's memorized more than 20 books from the Bible. And this is amazing. This is amazing that they found this close to King Hezekiah's seal as well. This is from Sebastian Ketley on Express UK. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.